Let's go, boys. Come on.
Fox is set.
Yeah, they're all good.
All good? Yep.
Sorry.
No, let's go. Come on.
Jamie, was it that third quarter that really proved pivotal?
Oh, look, it was probably that and a combination of the second as well. We probably went against, obviously we're kicking into a fair wind, and we went in with a plan of how to combat that, and we just didn't go according to plan, especially early days. And I think they kicked 6 goals for the quarter. Obviously the third quarter we failed to take opportunities as well. But look, in saying that, Gold Coast are too good. They outplayed us today in a number of areas.
You might have taken opportunities going forward, but defensively in the second quarter.
Sorry, we might have.
Well, you didn't take opportunities going forward, but what about defensively? How did you feel you fared?
Oh, the same. I think they had 14 or 15 inside 50s for, I think, 6-4. So similar type of thing. The windy conditions made it difficult. Any time you got within 60 to 70 metres, there was actually nearly a shot on goal. So look, that was the one thing. But we just didn't, move the ball the way we wanted to in that second quarter. Cost ourselves a couple of goals early, whereas compared to the last quarter, we controlled the ball a little bit more. But look, it was a disappointing day all round.
It was almost like the second half of that first quarter, the players twigged there was a really strong wind, and you banged that goal from 60, and you played with the wind. You didn't seem to play through the game as much like that.
No, listen, well, the thing is, once you get within 60 to 70 metres, you can use the wind to your advantage. But the fact of keeping it long at stages is, end of the day, if they've got numbers back, there's no point kicking it to a 1v4. So we tried to control the ball as best we could going forward, which we did reasonably well. Obviously had more inside 50s, but just couldn't get the result going inside 50 that we were after. I think we kicked 2-7 or something in the third quarter, which, we really need to kick 7 goals too to take control of the game, which just didn't happen.
You seemed to do run and gun in the first quarter, Damien. Would you prefer to set up for a set shot?
Look, obviously I think most teams would. Obviously you score at a higher rate from that rate.
You said that you were kicking into 1v4 situations. Is that a way of saying that you were too Riewoldt-centric going in there today?
Oh, listen, I think Jack had a reasonably down day, as did a lot of other players. But look, I think our inside 50 targets, I don't know what they were, but look, we probably generally do kick the Jack, and he normally wins those contests. But Bock did a terrific job on him today, and I thought our forward line as a whole had a disappointing day. Ty Vickery was down, Ben Griffiths was down. We probably didn't have a winner in that half of the ground at all.
How big of a setback is this to your top 8 chances at the end of the year?
Oh, listen, we're just worried about getting our next win on the board, mate, to be perfectly honest. We've shown over the course of the first half of the year that we can play some exciting footy, but we've just lost the mojo at the moment. We need to rediscover that.
It has to be asked, Damien, would the result have been different at the MCG?
No, I wouldn't have thought so. Look, end of the day, if you want to play the big one, at some stage you're going to have to play away. We've got to travel better. We've even travelled well over the course of the last 2 years. So, look, it's a learning experience. We've got to get better at it. Because if you want to win the big one, at some stage you're going to have to play away.
But if you didn't have to travel on this occasion, and that ends up
don't insult us.
But despite the loss, happy to come up the Cairns?
Yeah, listen, the venue itself is outstanding. The ground is terrific. The facilities are great. So, look, from a playing point of view, it's been a pleasant experience. Obviously, we prefer to get the result we're after, but look, we've got an opportunity to come back up here next year. We don't like to leave with a loss, so we'll be back up here to try and rectify the result we're after.
You feel getting sort of a Jekyll and Hyde sort of personality on the field, like last week against Essendon, 20 points up. Get overrun the last quarter. Today, 6-8 in the first quarter. I mean, you're dominating the first quarter. Yeah,
look, it's young sides. Gold Coast very much the same. Their first quarter was poor, their second quarter better. But you've got to understand that wind out there today, that was a 6 or 7 goal breeze, per quarter. And you only had it twice. A very good. I think there was only 1 goal kicked up the other end, I think, over the course of the day. So, look, tough conditions, but we expected a better result. There's no doubt.
Did your players struggle with the humidity as well?
Oh, no, I wouldn't have thought so. Look, it was humid, but they played in the same conditions, so I wouldn't have thought that was an issue.
Jamie, 24 inside 50s in the first quarter, you've ended with 50. Is that a fair indication of your struggles to sort of move the ball?
Oh, listen, I think you'll find that both clubs, in their half that they had the win, they probably got 80% of their inside 50s. I think in the other 2 quarters, we probably only got 10 or 11 between us. So just the wind itself, I don't know whether you guys would tell you, it was going straight down, so it was really, really hard to control the ball and get the ball inside 50. So, look, I think we still had more inside 50s on the day to them. We just didn't use the ball anywhere near well enough going inside 50 to get the result we were after.
And Brown? How Brown end up?
Brown?
Sorry, you're ruckman.
Oh, Andrew, no, listen, we just thought we were too tall at stages. Look, obviously the the wind was gusty sort of thing, and there wasn't a great deal of marks going inside 50. I think Lynch took a few, but our forwards couldn't find it, so we just tried to free up a smaller bloke with Reece Conker.
How do you get that elusive mojo back?
On the training track, mate, that's where it happens. Like, we're in a pretty big hole at the moment, but we know where we're going. More importantly, we know where we're at. So we've got a lot of work to do. We'll get back on the training track and hope for a better result next week.
Thanks, Damien.
Thanks, guys.